Hi everybody, I'm Jim. This is Great Books, Big Ideas. Welcome to the channel. It's great to be back. I hope it's actually New Year's Eve day, 2025, and I just wanted to wish everyone season's greetings, happy holidays. I hope you had a great Christmas or Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. This channel is right on the brink of 2,000 subscribers. We're inching our way to the summit, and we'll see if this video pushes us over the top. But in any case, I really cherish everyone who's watched the channel over the course of the last year, and I wish you nothing but the best for the new year. I thought it would be fun to talk about some Christmas gifts that we exchanged, me and my wife. Just a small sampling, our bookish themed Christmas gifts. So we'll first start with a couple items my wife bought, because she knows I'm very interested in making videos and trying to up my game and, tweak the way I do things. So we'll start with this really cool thing. It's like a lap desk, and it's cushioned underneath, and it's got a little slot here. I guess you can put your pencil or pen, and then you have a little shelf here that sort of swivels out, and these are for holding the book pages down. So this will fit in with my intention to take better notes on books this year. I'll be able to put my volumes here, hold the pages down, have this be sitting in my lap, and then I could have my notebook, or I can make annotations, and it should work out really good. But not only is it useful for that, is this back opens up, and it has a little prop, so I could hold this in front of me and use it almost as like a lectern. So if I type out or print out show notes, outlines, I can use it for that and just lay it on the desk in front of me. So that's super handy. And not only that, but they included a coaster inside there too. And there's a nice deep well here, so you can put things in there. You can put like your notebook or some pens. So all around, very nice looking, compact lap desk. Really great, very thoughtful. The second thing my wife got me is a whiteboard. This is like a mini whiteboard, and it has these magnets, and it came with a whole bunch of markers. And this proves to me that my wife's paying attention when I talk. And because I said, I want to maybe do some more lecture-y style videos, where in the old days when I taught on ground, I would write on the chalkboard or the whiteboard, and like teachers do. And now I can do that by sort of writing on here. I could write some things in advance. I could write things in real time. I could put a document camera on here and sort of put highlights on. Also, I could just use it almost as like a on-the-fly outline for myself that you wouldn't see. I can just kind of sit this in front of me on a table, because it has this little stand, and then it's just like a slapdash cue card system or outlining. So that was very thoughtful too. So thank you, Stacy, for all that those wonderful gifts. Yeah, I'm gonna try to up my game on the videos this year. I'm gonna try some new things. And then lastly, this is an item that I bought at Barnes & Noble for my wife. And this is a video series. And there were Criterion, Barnes & Noble, they were having I think it was like a 50% off sale on Criterion Network or Criterion Collection videos. So I rushed out and bought her Decalogue. And let me tell you about this, because I first heard about this series. This is a Polish television series that was made in the late 1980s. And I'll read you the description on the back of the box. This is like the Blu-ray edition. So it was 10 episodes plus extras. But I had no clue that this even existed. But thanks to a fellow booktuber, Libro Paradiso, I will link to his channel in the show description. He talked about Decalogue and got me super interested in watching it. So I tracked down a bunch of, it was a playlist. It was a playlist that had the episodes on YouTube. And we started watching it, and we were captivated by it. So I think we watched about 4 episodes. And then I noticed you got to episode 5, and that wasn't available. And I think maybe episode 6 wasn't available in the playlist. So we had to skip over a couple spots. And then I think we watched maybe the 7th one. But anyway, we were going fine with that. It has the subtitles, everything. But then one day, when I wanted to watch Decalogue, the playlist had been entirely blocked because I suppose it was a copyright violation. So no more Decalogue. And I thought, oh, crap. Well, doing some research, I found out that Criterion Collection has this series, and we went out and sprung for it. And let me read you the description here on the back to whet your appetite. So this is the masterwork by Krzysztof Kieslowski. It's one of the 20th century's greatest achievements in visual storytelling. Originally made for Polish television, Decalogue focuses on the residents of a housing complex in late communist Poland, whose lives become subtly intertwined as they face emotional dilemmas that are at once deeply personal and universally human. It's 10-hour-long films drawing from the 10 Commandments for thematic inspiration and an overarching structure, grapple deftly with complex moral and existential questions concerning life, death, love, hate, truth, and the passage of time. Shot by 9 different cinematographers with stirring music by Zbigniew Preissner and compelling performances from established and unknown actors alike, Decalogue arrestingly explores the unknowable forces that shape our lives. Also presented are the longer theatrical versions of the series' 5th and 6th films, a short film about killing and a short film about love. And then you got extras on there too. Decalogue, highly recommend this. So what we did, she was happy to get it, my wife. And then on Christmas Day, every now and then on Christmas Day, like we get into the mood to go out to the movies, but we didn't do that this year because, Christmas afternoon, things kind of like, it gets a little dull. Things are boring. Everything's closed. Except for, like the Chinese restaurants and the movie theaters. And so instead of going to the movie theater, we sat down and watched episode 5 of Decalogue. And remember, episode 5, a short film about killing. Well, I didn't know that when we sat down to watch episode 5. I guess this is touching on the commandment, thou shalt not kill, for sure. Well, I had 2 major reactions to watching this. Number one is the Blu-ray quality compared to the YouTube we had been watching is stunning. Like, they digitally restored everything. The cinematography, the sharpness, the soundtrack, everything was just crystal clear, vivid, and totally compelling. This is very well directed stuff. This is not your sort of slapdash TV show aesthetics. This is cinema. And so that immediately impressed me. But the second reaction was horror. This is like a horrifying episode, like in terms of the violence it portrayed, like the brutality of the murder. And it was also, it's about sort of like the murderer, you know, gets apprehended and then he's put on trial, and there's a legal angle to it, and he's up for the death penalty and all that. And my wife and I just sat there watching it sort of with our mouths agape, like, what are we watching? Like, this is like so well done, but so horrifying. And it's like, Happy Christmas, like, Happy Christmas. We just watched like the most violent video we watched all year. It's actually tastefully done. It's not just kind of blood splatter or like horror. But it's even more horrifying because of the way that they filmed the murder and so forth. Anyway, I don't want to get too bogged down to it. I'll have nightmares. But then we have to laugh at ourselves, because this is like a pattern with us with Christmas movies. I think we're like 0 for 3 when we try to watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day. Like, the movies on Christmas Day. These movies don't have anything to do with Christmas. But there was one, we watched a black comedy. We went to the theater. I can't remember the name of the film. I think it was the film I think it starred Jack Nicholson and Kathleen Turner. And those of you who are watching, maybe you can fill this in. I'm not sure if this was the one. I know that was like a black comedy about a relationship that was breaking up. I think it was that one. My wife doesn't think it was that one. She thinks it was some other film. But anyway, it was a long time ago. So we watched that on Christmas Day. And it was like, you're talking about black comedy. This is like blackest of black comedy. It was a lot more black than comedy, like very dark humor, biting, kind of like, oh, you know, not your feel good Christmas time experience. And so we should have quit ahead after we watched that one. And then there was another year, and this was, you know, when our daughter was little. We went to see on Christmas Day, I think it might have premiered on Christmas Day, the film Marley and Me. And I never read the book. I know it was a bestseller. But the reason we went to see Marley and Me was because some of the scenes were shot in Chester County, where I live. I even think here in Westchester, they did some location shots. And I remember when the film crews were around. So, of course, we were interested in that. So we went to see it. And you know, it's, if you know anything about Marley and Me, I don't think this is a huge spoiler, but it's about a dog. And of course, the dog dies at the end of the film. And it's like, as sad can be. And here we are on Christmas Day, like tears just like streaming down our cheeks. And like, why did we see this on Christmas? You know, like, I don't know. You know, first we had the black comedy about the dark relationship. Then we had the Marley and Me with the dog dies at the end. And then just this Christmas, we watched like someone getting brutally murdered on the Decalogue episode 5. So I think we just have to quit Christmas movies from now on. That's going to be a standing policy. If we get the impulse to do it, we should just not go there. We'll put on a Christmas album or something. But anyway, I hope you got a kick out of that. Like, I know we did. But Decalogue is filmmaking for book lovers. I mean, this is the way it should be done. And we got about 4 more episodes to watch, and on disc 2. So I'm sure I'll do an update after I watch the rest of those. But like, yeah, thanks to Libro Paradiso for like bringing that series to my awareness. And that's basically some of the, you know, bookish themed gifts that we gave each other this season. So what did you all get for Christmas or Hanukkah? Did you get any good books? Did you get any book related accessories, things to help you make videos? Let me know in the comments. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. Thanks for coming here, and I hope you'll be back. Happy New Year. Happy 2026 to everyone. Bye-bye.